What if I told you your show notes could be your podcast secret sales page, even if you're not trying to sell a thing? Hello and welcome back to the Podcasting Problem Solver. I'm Leah Bryant, your host, podcast growth strategist and coach, here to help you realize your show notes can do more than summarize. They can help you grow your show. And this is your Thursday quick win, short, actionable tip to help you podcast with more clarity, less overwhelm, and better results. And today, we're tackling something that often gets pushed to the bottom of the to-do list. Yes, friends, your show notes. It's so true. Most people treat them like an afterthought, right? But when done right and strategically, your show notes can do three powerful things at once. They can attract new listeners through search. Hello, SEO. They can build trust and credibility faster and turn episodes into lead-generating assets. And just to clarify, when I say show notes, I don't mean that short description you see in Apple or Spotify. That is your episode description. Think of that like a teaser. Your show notes are what live on your website, and that's where the real growth and SEO opportunity is hiding. I have a blog post that goes into the differences of the show notes versus episode descriptions, and I will link that below for you. All right, here's something I tell my clients all the time. Your show notes are the quiet little workhorses of your podcast. They don't ask for much, but they can do a lot of heavy lifting for your visibility, engagement, and growth. But only if you give them a simple structure. So first, think of this as your episode's elevator pitch. You don't want like a full recap because then that doesn't entice them to listen. Instead, write a brief opening paragraph, about 2 or 4 short sentences that include the main keyword or phrase your ideal listener might search for, like podcast SEO or show notes tips. And then you're going to want to speak directly to the listener's problem or curiosity, and then make it about them, right? Not you. Then another paragraph that's kind of like a lead-in that helps transition the show notes content from the interest grabbing to what the listener will hear in today's episode. Keep that brief, like 2 to 3 sentences. So by doing this tells the listener exactly what they're going to learn, and it helps with the attraction phase of my seamless podcast framework because clarity attracts. If your audience instantly knows, hey, this is for me, they're way more likely to hit play and stick around. Next, you want to give bullet points of what's inside. This is where most people overdo it. They open a blank doc and start writing, and before long, they have like 25 paragraphs. Your show notes aren't meant to read like an article. They're actually meant to be skimmable. Think of them as a quick, snackable snapshot. Say that 3 times fast. That helps your listener decide, this is exactly what I need right now. So here's the kind of format that I recommend. As far as like bullet points go, you're going to want to give it a header, like, here's what I covered, or in this episode. And then you're going to want to put some bullets, something like 3 ways to build consistency without burnout. And then the next bullet could be what to focus on instead of downloads. Make sure those bullets do include your keywords that your ideal listener might be searching for, because that small tweak helps your podcast show up in results on Google, right? 3 to 5 points tops, short, scannable, and SEO-friendly. Don't give away the entire episode. And when you write them this way, you're not just helping your listeners, but you're also helping yourself. Did you know that? Because you've now got like ready-made content for social media posts, carousels, your newsletter, all the things. And this ties directly into the execution phase, that's right, of my seamless podcast framework. Because it's all about making your podcast work harder for you, not adding more to your plate. After that, you're going to want to have a closing paragraph. I like to keep it around 2 to 3 sentences with a question for more engagement and end with a call to action. This is where the conversion magic happens, friends. A call to action, or CTA, doesn't have to be salesy. It's just guiding your listener to the next best step. Maybe that's subscribing to your show. Maybe that's downloading your free lead magnet or joining your newsletter. Whatever it is, say it clearly and confidently, because a podcast without a call to action is like giving a killer speech and walking off the stage without saying goodbye. It just kind of feels unfinished and awkward, right? So when your show notes end with a clear call to action, they don't just inform, they are inviting, and that is what we want. And that is also how you turn passive listeners into engaged subscribers or future leads. Speaking of easy next steps, Come join my newsletter where I share practical podcast growth tips, behind-the-scenes strategies, and SEO insights to help your show get found and make an impact. It's actionable and designed to help you create a podcast that works for your business. So click on that link below in the description and start getting strategies that make every episode count, okay? Don't sleep on those show notes. They're doing more behind the scenes than you think. They're not just words on your website. No, my friends, they are the little bridges connecting your ideas, your business, and your audience. That's all for today. Until next time, keep showing up with purpose, keep writing those show notes, and keep it seamless, and I'll see you next time.